lot of people here already. Right, exactly. And I was thinking about that. I was putting away my charms and I'm like, oh, too bad. I mean, maybe like I can get a handful and look at them. I don't know if it's if you really, really have to have them. I am trying to bring it up on my computer, and my computer's having a little bit of trouble tonight. Not that I think it's gonna be a problem. No, look, see, it's all coming up. Great, it's all, I gotta mute myself. It's just, my computer has been lately doing this weird little, um, thing where everything kind of goes blue and goes click, click, click whenever it goes like off balance or something like that. Hello, everybody. So I have to always keep it on a flat surface and I can't move it around a lot. Oh, dang, I made a new password. Somebody was trying to hack me today. I'm like, ah. Okay, here, what's my new password? What? I don't even. Can I look at this? Like, how can I know if I'm typing correctly if I can't see it? Okay. Okay. Let the magic. Here we are. Yes. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Terry. Hi, Cookie. Well, let's see. I might just not even. It's this. This is what's keeping my computer off balance. Definitely. Okay, thanks, Terry. I couldn't come up with any specials tonight, so I don't know. Did I get Disney villains? Oh, I want to get that. Um, yeah, but it was like in a pre-order situation, and then I didn't do the pre-order. Uh, but I have not received anything. Oh, thank you, Quacky. Oh, well, maybe it was, and I didn't, hasn't, have not gone to look outside. Shall I go look outside? Maybe it was. Okay, Terry, well, it's going to be an unusual kind of charm reading, but I will try to do a little bit of a charm reading for you. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go look outside for this package. I'm excited. Look, I got it. Yay! Wow, it's really big. I can't wait to use this. So I'm gonna do a flip through of this tomorrow really fast, And I do the flip through and then I do a cleansing before I use it. But I want to use it for our weekly reading and love message from your person, and then bring out all the Disney people again. So I think that's a great idea. And then we can, we can focus on what's the blocks, and use the villains to be the blockages in our situations. I think that's great. I like it when new ideas are delivered to me. So thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you. It's definitely one of the things I wanted. Ooh, yes. Very excited. And hey, Jolene, welcome. I left my door open. You can hear my daughter sneezing. Okay, let me see who came aboard. Okay, so we got I guess I could use this. What am I doing? This. Whoop, okay. My friend Guacamole. You want to say hi to her? Wait, what is it? It's the Disney Villains Tarot. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, Tiffany, cash up. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Let me get my head on. All right, so, okay. Guacamole. Terry's number one with $5. Well, she was the first one I saw. Guacky with $7. And messages from HS Virgo. Oh, and yeah, speaking of messages, tonight we're gonna. I brought out the twin flame, so we can call this the special of the night. We can focus on twin flame messages. Okay. Okay. So your HS Virgo messages, and it's, yeah, higher self. We'll just say it's his higher self. Well, sometimes the twin flame ones are interesting because they range from like I think the lower numbers are sort of sometimes a little bit lower energy, and then the ones that are in the higher numbers of each suit represent like that higher number. I mean the higher energy. What's messed up? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Terry. All right. Sorry, Guac. I put Terry down first and you second. Okay, Jolene. Jolene, I sang your song today with my friend. She she posted it, and so the place where I like to sing called Smule. It's a karaoke app. My friend Jenny Jello sang Jolene, and then you can sing with your friends. And so I sang with her on her. Oh, and she opened it. It's kind of like it's called an OC, open. I don't know what the C stands for, but it's a open collaboration. Anyway, but the point is, I could join her, and I could open it myself if I want to. If you want me to, I can sing Jolene. But anyway, yes, I enjoyed singing that. I did a little Dolly impression, as close as I could get. Amira, I'm feeling a little bit hyper, y'all. I should have not had coffee in the late afternoon, but actually it's kind of helpful sometimes. I just did a pick a card with Kino, and she says that my psychic abilities will be improving, and I kind of already sense that. It's like, and have you guys experienced any paranormal activity since Halloween this year? Like today, what is? And then my cat was like staring at something coming towards her or something. I was like, what's going on? I don't know. It's been weird. But I have been doing the cleansing baths and everything just to make sure only good energy is around. So, Okay. Hey, Lex. And so yeah, Tiffany. So okay, we got Gawky, Terry, Jolene, Amira. Uh-huh. Tiffany will be next. And then Lex. Okay. And um and Gloria. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the high five. All right. And definitely closed until further notice. Under construction. I've had a lot of dreams about my Virgo, but nothing paranormal. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I made it, and I'm always close to the last. You're number. Well, yeah, that's true. You're 5, but now 5 is mid list now. Okay, so Tiffany said, I don't know. Oh, you cashed out, but I don't know how much. 10. Okay, you said 10. That's great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. I think we're ready to go. You guys were fast tonight. Yeah, I know. Normally I'm like 9. Okay. Well, now you're moving up in the world. All right, Terry, we're gonna try to do charms magically. I'm gonna do it. I got my plate. So yeah, I think I could do it like that. Okay. Okay, magical charms just for you. It's like getting a breakfast. It's like I made you breakfast. I made you Lucky Charms. All right, so here you have Hard Rock Cafe, which kind of represents to me a few things. It's like many things in once, in one pin. It could be as simple as a day, like in a cafe, right? It could be as far-reaching as a kind of like a mission, like something having to do with the planet, because at the bottom it says recycle, and it says, being close to the planet. We something save the planet, and we recycle. So it's kind of this, if you are in a twin flame, part of your mission could have to do something with saving the planet. No small task, but it can be also something a little bit more laid back, like going out to eat. And then you have, ooh, you got your rock star here. Here is your, yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. This is, sorry, Guacamole, I traded your positions, you and Terry, because I didn't see yours. I saw hers first, because you're so fast. I hope you don't mind, but that kind of works out, because you can greet everybody as they come and stuff. Okay. And so Billy Idol, so maybe you're idolizing someone or something. Idol, so idol's a good thing, and he is, yeah, he's your rock star. I'm sensing a person coming through that's your rock star. And your other button is Kiss, another rock star, or not rock group, and I love how their name is looks like little lightning bolts. So I feel like this represents kind of, this exciting, passionate feeling with your rock star. It's like, wow. It's like, Kiss is kind of like, I was made for loving you, baby. You were. What's another good Kiss song that sounds like exciting? Glad you got internet too. Yes, me too. All right, and let's keep going. You got a lot of good ones. All right, so let's see. I like the way Charmed Intuition does it. She she compares her charms together, like it's a big message, like kind of like when you do with Lenormand. But I see everything as individual, and some of it's connecting. So here we have Sven who's stubborn, but I'm not sure what he's being stubborn about, but there's this stubborn energy. So, we'll see what. And then we have this energy, which is a good energy too. It's like the good guy swooping in. Like, I don't know if you know that scene, but Han Solo comes in right at the perfect moment to help save the day. Like, and what makes it very important is that it was unexpected. He was kind of acting very, you know, scoundrel like and like he didn't care about anything but himself, and then he like turns around and he saves the day. So kind of feel like that could be something too. Some it's like the fairy dust. It's like the that magic thing that happens sometimes. There's just everything changes in a good way. Just when you think you couldn't depend on somebody, or just when you didn't think things are going to go your way, bam, something good comes in. All right, let's see. We got a few numbers here. So these could be dates having to do with this month. We have the 28th. We have 11. That's represents November. 11. So 11/28. We have, it looks like a lot of end of the month stuff. 30. 11/30. We have 11/20. I told you a lot of dates. So all these really good high energy opportunities this month for you. And 11/19. That's the day after my predicted date. So I don't know if you watched that timing video that I posted on TikTok and I reposted on YouTube and on Instagram. It was a quickie about when will it happen? And that could be anything you're thinking of. It could be love related, but it's kind of fun because it was a date that actually like hit me, and it's not for everybody, but those who know it's for them will resonate with it. And yeah, so November 18th is supposed to be a big one. But see, I see here I have 19 and 20. So that those 3 days, 18, 19, 20, very strong. And then again, the end of the month came out the 27th in that reading. So 27, 28, and 30, 29 and 30. So kind of like a mid-month and then a late month. And these are like general energies for everyone too, I think. Okay, so let's see. What else can we talk about? We got the school bus. I don't know if that's related to you or not, but so things could have to do with school, but I see like possibility of travel, of a group. This to me hollers groups, a group situation, like enclosed or group things, or traveling, or driving to the casinos or something like that, like group things. But also vehicles, cars, buses, trucks, trailers, campers, things like that. You have an airplane, so it could be some traveling going on. And you guys, whenever I talk about traveling, and if it doesn't resonate like a physical traveling, then traveling can a lot of time apply to your inner world too, like really traveling your mind and traveling to places in a book, or through spirituality and other things that you like to discover. Okay, here's some words for you for this month. You have why, hope, Italy, star, is that star? I was about to say size. Star and road. So yeah, I feel like maybe the road is calling you. You have the key to somebody's heart. You have a gift coming through. A steady, stable situation, like kind of weighted. This could sometimes make seem like something might be kind of heavy, weighing heavy, but at the same time, it could also represent being solid. And I with Sven and the kettlebell, it seems like a very stubborn thing going on here, like sort of fixed. Like this, Sven makes me think of fixed signs, like Taurus energy, too. Just that kind of being stuck in a certain way. And a lot of times that's exactly what you need to be. And sometimes it's, universe wants you to be more flexible, but I feel like having a sort of a fixed outlook is kind of helpful right now. You've got some more weight, so I feel like maybe you're working out, getting exercise, or at least physically. I got a bicycle here too, so there could be a lot of movement, a lot of working on the physical. Um, oh wow! Oh, I love this. This is so romantic. You've got the pipe wrench and the pipe, so you're definitely like anything that needs fixing will be fixed, but especially anything that has to do with water, like emotions and love. All right, and then you have the autism awareness pin. I feel like that kind of represents, could represent, the outcasts, the downtrodden, the people who, have certain challenges to deal with, beyond the norm. But I also see it as a beautiful way of people connecting, like a connectedness, this feeling of fitting in, this feeling of belonging, this feeling of all of us working together and connecting nicely. So, you know, there's more of that coming, I think, in a also global in a general sense as well. I think we will, over a period of time, start to get closer and more connected to each other. Then we have some more dumbbells, barbells. Oh my gosh, a lot of somebody's getting strong here. I think you have to be strong because look at you. You are carrying somebody. It's like or somebody's carrying you. Somebody who's strong is carrying you. It's this feeling of Taurus. Oh really? I know. uh, so this is like this is the I got your back, but it also kind of makes me think of a ride, like riding the motorcycle and being behind somebody in on the motorcycle or something like that. But or even hang gliding or anything like that where you're jumping and you're holding on to somebody. But it kind of makes me feel like it's like you don't have to do all the work in as all the time. um Somebody else will take over and help out. So it's like it's not always your responsibility. And then you've got the lock to your heart, but because you have the key, it's not locked, so it'll open. And like a specific person can open your heart, and you are the one with the key to open this person's heart. And that's funny, we also have more hearts coming in, so I feel like oh, that's funny because the deck that I picked in Kino's reading was the rainbow heart. And the rainbow heart deck, yeah, it seemed like like it was had sort of a three swords vibe energy, but it was the way she interpreted it was really sweet. It was really helpful. It seemed like my reading was all about hearts, about love, about the heart itself, cardio things. So I feel like you kind of have a little bit of that too. Like you have the love energy of hearts, but you also have the cardio energy of a heart, the pumping of a heart, the physical activity that you give your heart to help, keep you fit. A lot of that energy as well. All right, let's see what we got. A lucky frog. That's good. It's good to have luck. And you have the financially abundant fish. And you have pray for us. Who is this? Saint. What is this? Lawrence? Yeah, Saint Lawrence. Saint Lawrence is the patron saint of my cheat sheet right here. Of cooks. All right. Oh, maybe you'll meet a cook, or maybe you'll cook for somebody. You've got the dime, which means it's like design on a dime. It's like your money's going to be go a long way. So it's not like you're going to have to splurge on any one thing. Or like if you're wondering about, okay, Gloria. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do your reading. Oh no, you didn't order one. That's fine. Anyway, it was nice to have you here. Yeah, so like So if you're worried about, gift giving for Christmas or whatever, I feel like you're gonna be able to stay within your budget and get everybody something that they like. You have caviar, so yeah, you're eating well. You're doing very well for yourself. Oh, she did? Okay. Okay. Let me write that down. Oh yeah, that's right. I got her as number 7. Okay, you're the last one though, and so I'll give you a timestamp. Okay. And then you have music, some more music. Ooh, and art. There's a beautiful mix of things. A very rich period in your life is coming out, full of travel, inner travel or outer travel. Like I think a little bit of exploring yourself, full of uh oh, you guys, you got two of these. You got two palettes, two art palettes. So you might be connecting with other artists. You have more music here. You have the rooster. It's funny because I was just thinking to myself today, since the time has changed, now I was like, I'm gonna have to get up a little earlier so I can make use of the sunlight, I don't want to sleep while it's dark. I mean, while it's daylight, I need to get my work done during the daylight, right? So yeah, so maybe you might want to, if you can, if it works with your schedule, like some of y'all get up early anyway. If you don't get up early, maybe if you have like a very flexible schedule and you can get up whenever you want to, then you might consider getting up a little earlier. That's what I don't know why I'm getting that from the rooster, but it's kind of like, early bird gets the worm. Okay. So we've got making a nice home, honeybees. We have Florida. I don't know, some kind of Florida connection. We have the Buddha, spirituality. We have the cheese, which to me is sharing. We have the Mexican coin, could represent something having to do with Mexico, but also on that coin you'll see an eagle fighting a, a snake. So it's kind of like battling demons and winning. You have some more numbers here, number 7 and 0. 0 is a very powerful number. It's like multiply anything times 0, you get 0, and put a 0 on anything, suddenly you go from 7 to 70, and then 700, and then 7,000, etc., etc. So, having a bunch of zeros is a good thing. Then we got the moon, dream world is very rich. Write down your dreams, like try to remember them because there might be messages there. Then we have the dog can represent pets. Sometimes I say it like the Lenormand dog, which represents soulmates and best friends and loyalty and unconditional love. But yeah, that too. You have more love signs like the holy grail of love, like an overabundance of love. It's all in the cards. The tarot cards really like watch those readings. I don't always give this advice because I feel like, sometimes it's good to take a break from YouTube. Sometimes it's good to take a break from watching the pick a cards and stuff. But there are times where like there really is a message out there for you, and I feel like that's what that means. It's like go ahead and watch it right now. This is a period of time where spirit may be answering you through a pick a card or something. And then you have the picnic basket, which kind of goes with the Hard Rock Cafe, like if you, and the caviar, kind of like really good eating coming up, and maybe outdoors or special dates. You have an anchor, nice and stable. Gosh, you got a good ones. You got the Hamsa hand. You're so protected. You have the snowman, which makes me feel like, I mean, where you are, there might be cold spells, but the snowman, and it can represent winter, but the snowman, it has to do with temporary things, and sometimes it has a good message. It's like if something bad happens to you, you can relax and know that it's only temporary and it just melts away and you forget about it, right? And sometimes love is fleeting, like certain moments are fleeting, not like a relationship is fleeting, can be, um it's sort of like appreciate the moment while you can, because it might melt away, you know. So I think the snowman sort of reminds us to appreciate moments. But in a general sense, you're super safe this month. All of your charms look so amazingly good. I mean, and I guess maybe the only cautionary thing, like I don't feel like this stubborn energy is what you shouldn't do. I think it seems good. I think it's kind of like if you let's say you've been diet or exercising or focusing on something like that, this is saying good, you know, stay focused in that. Or if you have loyalty or love towards a specific person and you're feeling very fixed on that and you're like, I love this person, no matter what anybody tells me, I'm gonna stick with this person. That's also good fixed energy. So that's what I'm kind of saying. And yeah, and travel, I just feel like the travel thing more than anything just represents like exploration, like exploring things. Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, yeah, star, hope, good stuff there. All right, so that was that. How's everybody doing? It's 19 in Alaska. Oh my God, you guys. I was, I've experienced that, and I was surprised how well I was able to handle it because I am not a cold weather person. But I, yeah, it's the boyfriend I had at the time. He was like, it's all about the gear, which is completely true. It's like all you need to do is, you know, have the right clothing and protection, and you're fine. I don't know if I should. I'm gonna guess. Okay. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad you liked it. I thought it was great too. Uh oh, Gloria's gonna go next. Okay. And Gloria, you're doing charms too. Why did everybody want to do charms tonight? Okay. Igloo on the tundra. Hi, Danita. You visit a place in Alaska that was 63. I'm never going back. 63. What? No, when I was there, I've been there twice, and once was winter, was Christmas Eve, and once was summer, right smack dab in the middle of July. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to. I'll never forget coming on Christmas Eve, flying in that little plane to Anchorage, Alaska, and getting off. And it's so cold outside, and then the snow looked like I didn't look like fairies were like dancing on the snow. It looked like so magical. It was iridescent. I was like, I've never seen snow this pretty before. It was white, yeah, and then on top of the white was like blue and purple and like little diamonds faceted. It's like, and that was the airport. I was like, wow, this is so pretty. So, and then he had a cabin in the woods, and it was like, where am I? I never in a million years did I ever think I would be. I go to this place because I do not like the cold, in a little cabin in the woods. It was magical. Christmas Eve. I just never forget that. It was very sweet. Yeah, snow crystals, exactly. That's what I'm seeing. Snow crystals. Too bad I didn't get to see the Northern Lights, because I mean, I think there was strong possibility for it while I was there. Yeah, and then in the winter, that was freaky though. Like, we're driving along and I'm like seeing the sun in the distance and it never goes over your head. It's like a rainbow. It arches in the sky in the same and like and then so that makes everything look kind of pink all the time in winter in December. Like, wow. That's so cool. Like and the light, like how it was so dark, I couldn't like I could not get my sleep schedule straight. But I mean, it just like you feel like a bear, like you really feel like this is an easy place to hibernate because like it's cold and it's dark and you just want to cuddle and anything warm. I don't know. It was a pretty nice experience, I have to say. Oh, yeah, and it's different. Whenever Texas gets cold, I mean, honestly, I know this sounds ridiculous, but when it's been cold in Texas, it's been worse for me than the cold that I felt in Alaska. And Alaska was 20 below zero. It's just, it's for one thing, like Alaska has like this dry heat, and then everything is well insulated, and then everything is heated. Like you go from your house, and the car is already heated up, because it's plugged in, and then you go from the car to the next place that's already heated up, and so you barely get to feel the cold. We did one day. I went on an outhouse in the winter. Like that was cold on my booty, but other than that, like I really was pretty surprised. Yeah, and if you wear like long sleeves that's like really tight fitting, so the air doesn't go through, and then if you change it as soon as you feel like, if you sweat, not like you're gonna sweat, but you know how you kind of get a little body wet, like a little moist. Whenever or wherever you get moist, just change your clothes right away. Moisture of any kind is what makes you feel cold, pretty much. So yeah, I became quite an expert at that, at all of that. I know, right? Anyway, let's get busy. Okay, so guacamole. Oh wait, no. Who are we doing? We're doing a Gloria. So Gloria, you want charms? I know, cause Gloria's gonna go. I better shut up. Hurry up. Okay, Gloria. Look, the first thing off the out the bat, you have the Wheel of the Year, which which means like this is just kind of saying the rest of the year is just like your year. It's like smooth sailing. Everything's gonna go great. Look at that, because you got the sun shining on everything. Like happiness, joy. Wow, look, I feel like a date. Oh my gosh. I got goosebumps. So the candlestick represents date night, but look at this. You got two rings. You got the man's ring and the woman's ring. This definitely represents commitment. So with the man's ring, it can represent somebody like divorcing somebody, or somebody uh, proposing, or accepting a commitment. Like say, so if a man takes off his wedding ring, that means he's decided he's done with this person. Or if he puts it on, or like, yeah, if he's putting it on and it's because of you, then he's kind of saying I'm committed to you. But the fact that you got both of these, I feel like it's, even though they don't match that great, one of them has an S on them, so I don't know if that represents anything to you. Then you have the letter D. Here's your buttons. Your buttons are also, you have Van Halen 1984 and these eagle wings and saving the planet too, and like a connection to the world. And I feel like this is kind of like a double message. Like, I feel like, maybe we've especially 2020, we had this kind of feeling of being in a dystopia with the COVID and everything that was going on, and just our lives being very different, and just everything. Okay, you know what I mean. But I feel like that's about to change. But it takes a bigger, it takes a new attitude, right? It's about connecting with spirit, spreading our wings, connecting to everyone around us, and flying high. But I feel like you could totally achieve. It's the tour of the world. And then you have, ooh, Mr. Spock. So a nerdy, cute guy who seems like, ooh, like, I don't know if he's interested in me because you can't tell. Like, on the outside, he's this kind of all logical, you know. This is also saying live long and prosper. So, but he could be like, you know, he could be he could be a Trekkie. He could be a cosplay guy, you know, somebody you meet like that likes that world or something. Then you have Genesis, New Beginnings. You have the Saturn planet, Saturn the love planet. So to me, this represents Saturn and love. So it could represent something like Venus in Capricorn, like what I have. So that's kind of like wanting sort of a chivalrous type of love, like fashion love. Or you could have Saturn in the seventh house, like I have as well. That could represent having a like a very meaningful love relationship that's transcends things, that's very ambitious, that it's kind of like a past life love that comes back to you in this lifetime, and you have a special mission together. That's what this means. So it could represent like, but a highly ambitious love. It doesn't have to necessarily be twin flame, but it's just your attitude about love is kind of ambitious. Like you're not gonna just take any old slouch anymore, or ever if you ever did. You're gonna like you have a specific love. You've got the four-leaf clover, good luck. And you too are stubborn. I think being stubborn in love is a good place to be stubborn with a specific person, yeah. And that just to me has a little bit to do with loyalty too. You have one of the marbles. In this marble, I designate the yellow one to Mercury, which represents good communication. You have HK, could be Hong Kong. HK could represent initials that you might run into somehow. You have the Buddha, so a lot of good spirituality, even religion, you know, connectivity. You too have the autism speaks heart. So I mean, whether or not you have any know anyone that has autism in your life, you can always look at that heart as being compassionate and loving and giving for those who, you know, who need that extra love. And it's also about how, like this channel, for instance, you know, how everybody connects with everybody, and where everybody reaches out. Beautiful community. You're my sparkles of light. I mean, this really feels like a sparkles of light pin. Like the way we all connect and mesh together, and we're all very supportive of each other, and all have like good messages and look out for each other. That's the way the world needs to be in a big way, right? And that's, I think we'll head that way because we're like the shining light. We're like the beacons for society. We'll show them how it works. Except when I lose my temper. Oh my gosh, I just had a flashback on how I yelled at Honey. I feel so bad. But I love you, Honey. So then there's this the moon. The moon has for use about dreams and hopes and dreams, psychic abilities maybe too, intuition. You've got this France. That could be about traveling and places, because you also have the airplane. Oh, you got two Eiffel Towers. So two Eiffel Towers could represent Eiffel, you know, France itself, the Eiffel Tower, buildings, destinations. I see sometimes too, like, you know, beautiful places, like even Disney World, you know, that has beautiful places, or something silly and fun like putt putt golf course that that's like this eight wonders of the world was gonna say seven. Is it seven or eight? I guess I grew up believing that Astrodome was the eighth wonder of the world. Anyway, but the wonders of the world, and you know how I think there was some movie where there's it's a golf course, and they it was built like that. So sometimes when I see the Eiffel Tower, that's what I'm seeing. I see this putt course. You get the number seven. Anyway, the other thing too about the tower is that you're a transmitter tower. So you're like sending a signal to the universe of what you want. It's like being a satellite, like not you being a satellite. You're the transmitter tower, and the universe is the satellite. And you're sending a signal, and then the universe is getting your message, and they're like, "We'll get back to you on that one." It's like that. It's like the law of attraction. That's how kind of works. So you've set your intention, or you said, you sent your message, you've got your vision, you got your idea. The little deer who's wobbly on her feet, but suddenly she just jumps up and starts running. We got music here. You also have the dog of soulmates and unconditional love. Ooh, you got the stork. So that represents like new things coming into your life, like a move or an addition to the family of some sort, some kind of difference in the family structure. And it can something just super simple like just changing something to allow more room for for to be with certain people, just making a little adjustment. You have the Mohawk Lily here. Her name is, get my cheat sheet. She is Kaleri Takahuitha. She's the Mohawk Lily, and she is the patron saint for people who are ridiculed or people in exile. So this to me represents that you have a lot of empathy. But if you ever feel kind of, you know, if you ever feel like people are not treating you fairly, or you feel embarrassed, or you feel shy, or you feel not worthy as you should, then reach out in your mind to the Mohawk Lily, and she will support you. And then you got sing. I don't know if you sing, but there's something about singing here. I got a tingle in my knees for that one. You have a stable situation. You have 3 wishes. Okay, Julene, decha de menos. So the genie with his 3 wishes, it's just like whatever you wish for, it can come true, but just always be like intelligent when you make your wishes. I guess that's what this kind of is about, like this transmitter tower, like sending out that message to universe. Always put it in the frame of this or something better for the good of all. And you can leave that little something better space, because sometimes we don't even know that there is a possibility out there that's greater than the one that we're even imagining. So always allow room for that something better, because it actually could be out there, and something better could actually be happening beyond your wildest dreams. Then you got the sewing machine. So work, creativity, enjoying the grind, the daily grind. And then you've got the YD, which is year to date, or you're divine, or you decide. Yeah. And sometimes, like at the end, when we get closer to the end of the years, you start to review the year and think of what you liked about it, what you need to do different, what you might want to try doing different next year, what do you want to carry over to next year, stuff like that. You've got the diamond in the rough. You're a diamond, shining bright like a diamond. Ooh, look at that. You got wedding bells, where you're the one that had the 2 rings and the wedding bells. So, bum, 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 bum. I hear the wedding bells. Or, yes, dun, 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 dun. But wedding bells, I mean, the wedding bells that I usually hear, like the ones that are in Cinderella, dun dun It's like, ah, yay, she did it. She made her dreams come true. Yeah, and you also gotta, so I feel like definitely do, there's movement, and sometimes we don't always see the movement, but things are moving in the right direction. There is movement. Okay, did that make sense? I know, ready? Are you ready to get married? Ready? Yeah, that reading that the pick a card that Kino did was like, what changes are gonna happen before the end of the year? I was like, she's like, things can still change. You just never know. Like, yeah, that's true. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, surprisingly, it seemed like something that I wish for could possibly come true. Maybe. A wedding! Exactly. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I didn't see France when I first saw the thing dangle. You know, that one is a really pretty one. It's sparkly and it says the word France on it. Mhm. Okay, Jolene, 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 Jolene. What are we doing tonight for your reading? Let's take a pause. Your turn. I got the $7 reading for what messages my HS Virgo has for me. Oh, okay, right. I did not. I skipped totally over guacamole. Sorry, Guacky. Yes, okay. So, yes, let's do messages. La, la, la. Well, this pile is all the message suits plus the union suit. So I'm going to tell you from this, and then we can break, or we can just break each suit down. What do you think? What would you like? Because I like the randomness of doing it this way. You're welcome, Gloria. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see, Mr. HS Huff and Puff. Every time I see HS Virgo, I think, what is that military person? Okay, I'm like getting a lot of different names mixed up that are not related. H&R Huff and Puff and stuff. I don't know what I'm about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, girl. The first thing you got was union. And this is a 6. And your union says, our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. Heart and mind. Okay. Okay. And look at that. That's a wedding too. Speaking of weddings. All right. And you got a telepathic message. This is beautiful. You show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. Look at how beautiful he sees you. He sees you, like sunset. Something that glows Like, you know how a flame at the bottom of the flame, it's purpley, but at the top it's orange. And sunset's kind of like that, like all these beautiful mixed colors. He sees you as that in his dreams. Like, the other thing, other message I got from Kino was this person that's coming towards me hasn't been talking to me very much. And then I think about you, think about different people who are like, when they hear these readings, they're like, how can that be? Like my person has blocked me, or my person is in no communication, or we're in separation. Like he barely even talks to me. He barely even shows any signs of interest. How can this actually be? But I feel like it totally can be. It's like just under the surface. And for whatever reason, it's not on the surface. But that's where we have to not focus so much. Maybe we're just such a material society. It's taking us so much effort to transition from having faith in what we see instead of having faith just in the knowing, like going into our core and just knowing, have faith in your intuition and start, trying to compare that to the visible, because that, that always wanting to see proof of stuff is fine and everything, but it's, I think that that, I don't know what the word I'm looking, it's kind of just, it's sacrifice is a little bit our growth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this whole journey, everything that we're doing and learning about ourselves, it has to do with our growth. So if we're gonna like sabotage or second guess, that's what I'm trying to go for. Sabotaging and second guessing our growth process by expectations and wanting to see visible proof. I know that's very basic, but we're not basic people here, are we? No. We're different from the sheep that follow these basic 3D laws and rules. We see beyond. There is a message or something else, something deeper, more magical, because that's the way we are. All right, so here's another telepathic message. That was a very long message from him. But look at this. You got some more of these beautiful glowing purples and oranges. One of this is sad or angry, and it's creating an energetic match in the frequency of the other. Stay conscious of this, and if possible, try to help us elevate it. So, whatever, like, I'm not, it may be not you, maybe it's him, but whatever this is, it's it may not be full blown out anger, but it could be frustration, or it could be impatience, or it could be lost lack of faith or whatever. So sometimes we lose our direction. Yeah. I mean, I think what you're doing is the right approach, like letting go, surrendering, and continuing to just enjoy life. And that's what you're supposed to do. But when you if you ever like get, I think I sometimes we also forget to see it this way. And I just recently, I mean, it just seems like this year I just started thinking about it. In fact, not just this year, like since September. I don't know, like I really didn't really think of us as one. Like, he and I are the same. Like, yeah. Like, how when we're hurt, something bad happens in a relationship, we often see things as me against you, or the I against the other, and then sometimes we vilify this person who did us wrong, which makes complete sense in the 3D world that we were raised in. Because hello, we have heroes and villains, right? But You have to see it as us. Like, he's you. If you thought of it that way, if you're like, this guy is me and I'm him, then how would you act differently? You know, how would you take it? How would you take all of this stimulus, all this feedback or no feedback? You know? I just feel like I was quick to blame my person for everything that was going wrong, but and see myself as the good girl that always does nice things, and I'm never mean to everybody, and I'm not the bad person here, but it's not about bad or good. It's about what is what are you doing? Like, am I supporting him? Am I giving him unconditional love? Am I seeing us in a beautiful bubble of healing where we're both growing together and learning lessons and achieving things and you know, all of that? Or am I saying, oh, you're the bad guy and you have to make amends? And, you know, that's ego. Like, that's like, I'm so superior and you're the bad person and you need to fix your ways while I'm standing here on my righteous shelf, you know, right, my self-righteous pedestal or whatever. You know, I think the reason why I'm saying this is because today I was watching this video and in the comment section, there's so many girls that are talking like that. I'm like, girl, either you're not in a twin flame relationship or you got a lot of healing to do. You know, like some people just are not getting it. This is not a you against them. It's not like them doing something to you. This is for your growth, your joint growth. You're connected, attached, you're the same. Okay? So that's what that's about. Let's see, what else does he want to say? Let's see. Ooh, this one's been coming out a lot. Romantic message. I think the DM out there is wanting some special time. I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. For sure. Yes. Me too. It's almost like I've forgotten what it feels like. And it's almost like I don't want to know what it feels like unless it's with him. You know? Like, oh, everybody else makes me feel like I want to throw up. I know that sounds crazy. Even Henry Cavill, like, I hate it. Like, she's so sweet, but she's sort of she was pushing this idea on me, like, he's my twin flame. I'm like, no, like, I see these videos of him, and yeah, he has sort of an appeal and stuff, but he kind of makes me want to throw up. I know that sounds terrible. Everybody's like, what? No, Henry's my baby. So, yeah, if it ain't Roger, exactly. It's like, that's it, you know? I'm like, I don't think he's my twin flame because he makes me sick to my stomach. But, and then she kept saying, but you just have to meet him. I'm like, then I'll meet him and then I'll be sick to my stomach. And then I'll be like, you're so, like, pretty boy. Oh, I like rugged men. Anyway, because I like my rugged man. Okay, what else? And that doesn't even make sense. Like, that's so 3D. Like, that's not how twin flames work anyway. You don't meet them and then, I mean, you can't, I mean, of course, you know, you meet, there is sort of a meeting sometimes. But it's more of the spiritual meeting is what actually is there always, you know, the spiritual sensation. Or you might not recognize it when you're little, but that's kind of like one of the clues. Like when you're young and you just feel like there's, you know, you're kind of a romantic and you just feel like there's somebody out there that matches you. I feel like young people who are really into fairy tales and stuff, you know, maybe a lot of them, I mean, I don't think necessarily it's society pushing this idea on us. I think it's us resonating with the idea, like, yeah, I feel that. There is something out there for me. There's a person that matches me. I feel that. at an early age, we start to feel that connectedness to somebody. And then you start to get clues along the way. And then you either meet them or you, well, anyway, we know there's different signs out there, and I can get into that later, but it's not about, it's not, you know, like when you meet a regular person that you date, and sometimes you have, I mean, it's very rare you have love at first sight, but what you have is like a comfort at first sight. You know, like you hang out with them, you laugh with them, you feel comfortable. Sometimes you're sexually attracted, sometimes not right away, but a little bit, you know, like, oh, she's pretty or he's cute or whatever. And then then it's like a growing thing. Like the time you spend together is what helps the connection, and you start to see more things you like about them or things that you don't like about them, right? Little by little by little. That's how regular relationships build. Twin flame relationships don't build those that way. They're like, when you meet them, it's like a flood of knowings. Like, I know everything about you already. Like, why you seem so familiar? Have I met you? Like, I know you. Like, and I know your life, and I know, you just kind of feel like you know everything, and then you love them right away because they're who they are, and then you're freaking out because why am I feeling all this for this person I don't even know in a regular way, but I just know in a spiritual way, and it's a lot like that. You know, it's just different. So, and you know, there's no way that you can say, oh, so I guess her philosophy is that if you have physical features that are similar to a person, then they're your twin flame. Well, I don't even think I look anything like. In fact, I look more like my twin flame than I look like Henry Cavill. So she's like, don't sell yourself short. You're beautiful. I'm like, yeah, but I am in a different way than he's beautiful. Like, he's got that little button nose. She's like, you get the same eyes. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, I look more like his brother than I look like him. His brother has like the almond shaped eyes. In fact, his brother seems more attractive to me. He's more my type. Quiet, serious, sweet. I don't know why I'm on and on about this. I just don't get, like, some people's outlook about the twin flame relationships. It's like, what have you been watching or reading about this? Because I don't think you're getting it. Maybe I meant for the brother instead. No, not. He's married anyway, but even, yeah, that's never been a big thing to be in the way of twin flames, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty certain about my position, my place, and who mine is. I've been through my ups and downs and my doubts, but lately I'm feeling pretty dang sure. Well, I don't know. Does he have any other messages for you? Let's turn to some, let's see what's going to happen in your love life. We'll do one of these, and then maybe we can do a tarot, or we can do the sentimental silhouettes. Yeah. Okay, see? Oh, quality time. That looks like a date. Very nice. Love language, quality time. See, that's another thing that came out for me. It's in one of the readings that I did. Okay, so I'm a little obsessed with Kino, but one of the readings came out that the solution to our troubles between me and my person is that we need more quality time together. That's what's keeping things from flowing in the right way. It's like, you need to have that physical one-on-one, at least looking at their faces, you know, if nothing else. So yes, guacamole. So yeah, you need that date. You need the physical. It's important here, or the quality time. Okay. And yeah, Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness, and you have a common cause together. Eventually, you'll figure that one out where you'll figure out what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be together as a unit. And freedom, you give each other all this beautiful space and room to breathe. I think he's not sure about that either. He desires freedom, and maybe I think a lot of people avoid relationships because they think that relationships mean a lack of freedom, you know? Okay. Anything else I need to get you? Or did you want a sentimental silhouettes or let's see. Okay, let's do that. Since you are really in communication mode, let's see what else he might want to say. Or how he's feeling. How's he feeling right now? What? Date night. That's a total sign that these two both came out. So he's feeling like he wants to go on a date. I'm claiming too. Can I claim this one? I want it. Give it to me. Feeling like I'd like to take you on a ride, show you a whole new world, and spend a special, memorable time with you. So what does that mean? What do you need to do? How do you need to meet him halfway or give him some kind of clue? You're ready. You're available. You want it too. I'm just going to get more. Let's see if I can get one more clue on this. One more clue. Okay? What? What? No? Tell me. What does she need to do? Huh? Which card? This card? Okay. She is so funny at this time. She's like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Okay. Here's what you need to do. So I think Spirit has already kind of said, your duty is to work on your intuition and not rely on what you see in the physical world so much. So keep working on that, Guaki. And this is good. The reciprocity is here. Just keep visualizing. He feels the way you feel. He feels the way you feel. You want the date. He wants the date. You want to call him up. He wants to call you up. You know, just see that. See, he and you are this current of energy going back and forth until finally you let him be the man and give you the call. Hey, guacamole. I'm just gonna call you guacamole. Hey, guacamole. It's weird, but I've been thinking about you a lot lately. Do you remember me? You know, I'm that guy from high school. And you'd be like, do I remember you? And he's like, what you been up to? Like, you've been kind of like wondering where you've been and what you're doing and stuff and how life is. And you'll be like, yeah, life's good. I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll be like, wow, you're still there, blah, blah, blah. Why don't we meet up sometime, blah, blah, blah. You know, blah, 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 dot, 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 so on and so on. So, you know, like visualize it. Visualize this conversation. See it happening. See him doing this. Use your high priestess goddess energy power. Manifest it, girl. Manifest it. Bring it in. Bring that in. Reel it in. You can do it. You can do it. What do you think? Oh, yes. Oh, I was going to tell you. Oh, my gosh. I actually resisted it. I was like, I don't need to do this. And I had one free week trial and I'm like, well, I'm not going to stay. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing this subliminal things. And wow, after I did it for about 3 maybe 4 weeks, things started to really change in the energy, the communication, different things too, like my weight staying down, going down, and even if I was eating badly, I was still not gaining weight. Little things like not I'm worried. There would be moments where I was like more concerned about money, but then I didn't have to be concerned. Like something would come through, like all of a sudden I was fine again. And then like as far as my person, like I get messages or you know in the roundabout way, but it was better, like there's a better energy lately. So I don't know if it's been working, but I feel myself more positive. Like I don't feel myself defaulting on the negative as much. And I realize, I think in an objective way, I was really defaulting on the negative a lot. Didn't even realize how much so. Because I'm kind of a quiet person, as you can tell. No, I don't talk a lot during the day sometimes when I'm with you guys. And so in my peaceful moments when I'm not saying anything, my mind goes somewhere and I'm not observing it. And so I don't realize my mind is going to these little, I don't even know how to put it, but it's kind of like these little sarcastic remarks. Like my mind is sarcasm 24/7. It's like, no, 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 no. And so lately I've been able to catch it. And now I feel like I'm not defaulting on that sarcasm as much in my head. I think that's what's happening. I don't know, but yeah, it's been so what I've been meditating every morning, and then before I listen to this every once in a while. I haven't done it a lot lately because overnight I don't want those little earbuds to get lost and stuff. But once in a while I put the earbuds in and then I sleep and listen to the sleep subliminals. That's really good. I feel like I've infused myself a lot with these sleep subliminals. I don't have to do it on a nightly basis, but in the morning, as I prepare for my day, I like to listen to them. So I've been doing it myself lately, guys. And I just feel like if whatever works for you, like I was doing Reiki and that seemed to be helpful, but this is in a kind of a different level, you know? Just feel like just everybody needs a little time where they just need to adjust or have quiet or have it's not about quiet exactly, but it's like this a moment to infuse with goodness. So if you feel frustrated when you meditate, then it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So you don't want the experience to be unpleasant. And so sometimes I'll do like a thing with Eckhart Tolle too. I'll do regular meditation that doesn't have to deal with um, subliminals. And I did this one where Eckhart Tolle he's just talking a little bit, and then he'll say, okay, now we're in the now, and we're going to focus on stillness. And then he stopped talking for like a good 3 minutes. I'm like, are you gonna say anything? It's funny, but anyway, I think I enjoy like a little bit more like guided, this kind of a guided kind of thing. It feels nice. But then when it's kind of like you left me on my own to figure it out. Then I'm like, ah. Now I've done some really deep meditating, but it's like literally I just, in order to fit into my schedule, I can't, I haven't been going very deep, but at least I do a little bit of it. I do kind of a nice, light, shallow type morning ritual. So, and then some days I go a little bit deeper, and sometimes I do like special baths and things like that. Anyway, those are some things. just trying to take more care of myself and just be mindful. You know, be mindful, be observant, be mindful. You know, don't let these things run away with you. I know the bath meditation's so nice. You're welcome, honey. I hope I hit all the points. Okay, we've got Jolene. So now Amira. Oh, did I? Okay, I didn't do Jolene already. Now we're doing Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. My kitty cut me, jumping him. I was bleeding. She gets so kind of like crazed. I know they want their special snacks, and I haven't gotten them snacks lately. Okay, Jolene. So what would you like to do? That's right. Thank you for letting Gloria go ahead of you. Let's start off with some tarot. Oh, there's my bear at the bottom. I'd like a reading on what's coming in the next month for Roger and I, and what's universe trying to tell me about my twin sister. Okay, you and Roger, and let's just do a little you and Roger for now. Okay, what's coming up for you and Roger? Ooh, Three of Pentacles, some kind of collaboration, some kind of cheek-to-cheek moment, this kind of feeling connected and working on a creation, that third thing. Like, also, the Three of Pentacles in my deck could have to do with, so it's teamwork, progress, goals, expression, fulfillment, endurance, focus, mastering a craft, creating a masterpiece, partnership, a prosperous partnership, honing a skill, stability, and trust. Those are good things too. Let's see what else. Ooh, and the Page of Swords. It's almost like, it's like, I don't know why I'm hearing permission, like permission. Giving you permission. I give you permission. It's like, so the Knight of Swords is a good one. It could be him, like maybe he has a plan. Taking action, courage, intellect, being brave and self-confident. I think like you're the sort of the wind beneath his wings. Like you give him courage and he's ready to take action. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. A new stable time. A time where you're building new foundations and longevity. And then the Hanged Man, which to me is like enlightenment, seeing things differently now. It's like, now that I've, oh, Now, what's that song? At last I see the light. Everything is different now that I see you. So I feel like there's going to be sort of this shift and this change where everything seems different. And he's like, ah, it's almost like an aha, like now I get it. Now I know what I want. Or now I know how to get there. Like maybe he always knew what he wanted. You both always knew what you wanted, but now you know how the how's going to happen is revealed maybe. That's pretty good. Yeah, tangled. And then you've got the King of Swords. So yeah, he's stepping into his power. He's like, I know how this is gonna work. Like I'm a co-creator with Spirit, and Spirit has just shown me the how. That's really good. Because that is such a mystery to most of us. How is this gonna happen? And we don't usually know it until we walk right up on it, right? So yeah, he is learning new things. No, he is authority, control, leader, genius, expertise, intelligent commander, firm fair, high standards, morality, power, truthful, decisive, clarity of purpose, ingenuity, impeccable character. He's figured this out now. It's like, I've been shown the way. Okay, that's a good one. Let's see now. Let's just add a little one of these. See what comes up next in love. I like lasting love on the bottom. Oh, nice. You have the love language of giving, so he might have something to give you. Tokens of reciprocity. Hold cherished memories. And he'll be reaching out. Expect a call or text from your person of interest. Very nice. Okay, so now let's get to your question about your twin sister. What's the universe trying to tell me about your twin sister? Let's see. I claim it too. I'm going to take it away from you. Now, I have a King of Swords myself. So, maybe my King of Swords will be in his power. Okay. What is your... What's the universe trying to tell you about your twin sister? Okay. Got the Page of Cups. Let's see. This is about language of love, intuition, compassion, sentiment, understanding, embarking, loving and giving. Did you see her in a dream or something? Sometimes we dream of other people and it's ourselves, and it's very special that it's your twin sister, and so therefore maybe it represented your twin flame relationship. Yes, look. Haha, twin flames. So a four of wands is a celebration, and there's you or your twin sister, Queen of Wands, and then there's the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, like the give and take, and the Page of Pentacles, proposals. Okay, this is sort of a proposal. I think the universe through your sister, or is trying to tell you, no, she is a walking chaos theory, and she has to move, and now is in my house, and it's overwhelming. Oh my gosh. Well, cards are kind of confusing me about this because it looks like it all has to do with twin flames instead of twins. All right. So let's think about this. Yeah. Yeah, grace under pressure, boundaries. She has 7 kids. Wow. And has the 3 youngest are staying with us. So we had the 3 of Pentacles come out, and the other, when I asked about Roger, yeah. So I think a lot of it is in this card. Charity. Charity is, okay, so being a benefactor, aiding people, feeding people, supporting people, benevolence, giving and receiving. So this is supposed to be energy where you're supposed to get back. It's not like you're doing it because you want to get back or you're doing it for that reason, but it's me telling you right now that this is an energy that's supposed to give back to you. It's the tenfold law. Whatever you do for somebody else will come back to you 10 times that amount. And I'm going to get an oracle card for this. I feel like what's Spirit wanting to say to me? Oh yeah, one of the things I wanted to say about the 6 of Pentacles, it's like in traditional tarot, you sometimes you see this person that's giving money as, oh well, here you are, I give you a little pittance, and the poor people going, thank you, thank you, thank you, oh thank you so much, so be aware of how it's almost like being a bad loser and a bad winner, like be aware, like it's good to be a good loser and a good winner, it's good to be a good benefactor and a good receiver at both. Like you had the gift giving card too for your love life, but some people are not good at receiving gifts. Somebody will give them a gift and they'll criticize it, or they don't appreciate it, or they want something more or better than that, And wow, maybe like this person was really, worked hard to give you this gift. I think there's a lot of lessons in that, like giving and receiving, how to be good at receiving, and also how to be good at giving without having your ego come into it and make you somehow feel superior. But at the same time, it's like my parents, my mom went through this with my son, so there was a little bit of chaos in October for them. And it's like, the saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you. He was doing that so much with them. It's like these people are being kind and generous, and you're just talking so badly and expecting, so much, and not even being appreciative of what you've got in the moment, So we deal with those kind of people sometimes. Let's see what Spirit wants to know about this kind of situation. Also, your twin is like she's your other, like another part of you, because she shares something, spiritually with you. And sometimes it's a way to understand that energy too, of how we're so similar and different. Okay, you got the never-ending story. Ah, never-ending story. Oh. So this one seems like it would be a good one, but it's kind of an interesting energy. Okay. The never-ending story. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. That seems to be the circumstance, right? Unnecessary dramas. Okay, so there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and love, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all matters of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. And today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Now, interestingly, that's probably not you at all, because you are more evolved than that. But that is you if it's your sister, because you and your sister are connected in a way that all sisters are connected, but then even more so because you're twins. Okay? So there's something in her that is like you, but there's so much of her that's different. It's like living with your shadow in a way. Like living with your shadow self. All right, so let's see which one would be good. Again, I'm going to go for the prosperity message. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? This sounds like my son, and so probably this represents your sister. Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures, financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling this story altogether. Make up a new one. Just make up a new story. The universe, here's the message from the universe, okay? The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. Tell a new story. So the protection message is this. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass, and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. That fits pretty good. I was the only one that grew up in the foster system. I'm not like my sisters or family at all, and I think her being here is for me to help her. Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying, you know, that you're like her, like you make the same choices, you know, like behavior is opposite, right? But your souls are connected. And so I don't know. Like I think this is kind of hard for me because I've always seen twins, even if they were physically different or they acted differently, always seemed very similar. But most of the twins that I've seen have had, well, I don't know. Like, I had a boyfriend that had a twin. In fact, my Alaska friend had a twin, and his twin brother was very emotionally messed up. But he wasn't like perfect either. Like he was fine. In fact, he was in psychology. And so I think he was definitely highly self-aware, but there was an arrogance to it, you know. And so I don't know. So anyway, my experiences, I've never really known twins that were like not raised together and don't know that they don't really have anything in common or anything like that. And so it's kind of hard for, and then also my experience when it comes to family is that is being very connected with family, just like we are here as soul sisters and brothers. And so to see people can't who have that kind of disconnect, that's different for me. um but even in my son's situation, like it's just really strange because I always felt very 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 connected. He's being Pisces and me being Scorpio, like very like intuitively psychically connected a lot. But he had a lot of anger issues that I didn't understand. But well, that's not true. I guess I understood him too because I had him every once in a while too. But yeah, there I don't know, like he just he let all that stuff out in different ways and to stronger extremes and things like that. And but he went through good phases in his life too where he seemed to be fine. Then now lately I just feel like he's been sort of just different, just different. Just things, I guess when, like you said, when people feel chaos and things just go way out of control in their minds, then it's hard for them, yeah, like a mountain. It's hard for them to see normalcy again when they see life as chaos. Chaos and conflict would have been a good one. Anyway, yeah. My dad's, oh, your dad's a twin. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hmm, that's one I'm gonna have to look at more. I don't know how long she's gonna be with you, but I feel like that whole connection with your sister, it didn't feel like Spirit had a fast answer for that one. That's something I'm gonna have to meditate on a little bit more than for live. But yeah. I wish you the best in that situation. I feel kind of maybe because I was such at a loss too with my own son. Like, what do I do? Like, how do I pull him back in? We're all like he did a lot of bad stuff, but everybody's forgiven him, and we're all like, we love you. You're, part of the family. I don't know. I don't know. So, uh, let's see. I think I got all the messages for you and Roger, but I can do some messages from Roger. Let's see if Roger has anything to say. Okay. So I think you two, like, some of what you need to do maybe has to work on telepathy. The connection you have with Roger, this telepathic connection. I think you also have a telepathic connection with your sister, whether you want to admit it or not. And there's something there that there's something about this telepathy you need to work on. So anyway, Roger is saying, you show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. And like, you also have that kind of glow around you, like Wacky did. And romantic messages also came out for you. I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. Yay! I like it when this one comes out for everybody. I want to feel you. Whee! You're so beautiful. Okay. Well, definitely, I would say, like, hit me up for a private reading. We're looking more into your sister situation. See what we can do. See if Spirit can give you some more messages on that. Okay. Or, another night, but it's just like, yeah, I just couldn't get a quick enough. I mean, I think that was a good message. I keep the telepathy blocked from my twin because she sends mine bullets. Ooh, and when she's mad with me. Interesting. There is something there, like, seriously, an interesting processing out that you guys need to do together. There's a healing, like, eventually you'll be able to bring down your wall and she'll stop shooting the bullets. But I think think that's part of what you guys have to work out together. Yeah. I know about that. Yes. It's interesting. My son has that same capacity. Like, I'm an empath, you guys know. And empaths feel things so much more. And he's so good at knowing what triggers people. Like, he's figured that out. And so he knows exactly what to say to upset people. But that's the thing. Maybe that's another thing. It's like universe is saying, know that trigger, or before she can trigger you, know what it is that triggers you. Then observe it and ask yourself about it and look into it. I just recommend watching Eckhart Tolle because that helps you focus on those moments that trigger you. And she's like obviously somebody who's pushing all your buttons because she knows how. And she used to put me in the hospital, oh my God, when we were little, before I was put in the system. Wow, so like more than just verbal abuse, physical abuse too, huh? That's sad. That's really sad. She hails the dark. Does she actually verbally hail the darkness? Does she talk like that? Why does she have to be in your home? Like, why do you have to allow her in there? My grandma tells me she hates her own self, and the fact I'm her mirror is why she self projects. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. And see, well, I was in a marriage that was, I never, it only, like, it went to a point where it almost got physical, but it was a verbal abusive situation. And then, but I was willing to put up with it for a while, thinking, it's better just to keep the family together. And, you know, this is, we have a certain way of working things out, and it'll be okay, it's all this kind of stuff. But then, so like just his presence would like feel like terror to me. Same thing. I felt terror, but thankfully it never got physical. Got really close at one point. It got really close, but I had to say, like, so with kids. So what was something you said just made me realize, like, some people will use children against you to hurt you because they know that hurting the children will hurt you. And that scared me half to death. I'm like, if he's going to target the kids, knowing that hurting them is going to hurt me, then I definitely need to get myself out of this equation. Like, I feel like he was, in a general sense, a good dad. Like, he was good to the kids. But when I was around, he was using the kids to hurt me. That's when I knew I had to get out myself. You know? Maybe. So that's what I'm thinking for you. It's like, I slept outside in December when I was homeless in Alaska. I wouldn't wish it on anyone I know, especially these children that have nothing to do with adult issues. Exactly, yeah. The babies, yeah. Yeah. Wow, this is a big burden, and it's going to be a very serious. I mean, it's a very difficult situation, but I mean, you are doing the right thing. Mm. I'll just, keep you in my prayers, and the family, the kids anyway. Kids are always the innocent ones in these situations. Yeah, I do draw boundaries now. She isn't used to me speaking to her, but this time I have grown to the point I respond in a calm manner. Good. When I used to use the righteous anger, right? Yeah. It's like there'll be little moments that you can just like observe yourself and just really try to, because she's really trying to manipulate you and push those buttons. And if you can in advance prepare for it, then you I mean, there is hope, for some kind of transformation, but at least you can be your own have your own sanity for yourself until things get better, until she can have her own place and stuff. Yeah, there's definitely lots of lessons over that. They want to see you. I know. Yeah. I mean, whatever you need to do to survive the moments. Mm-hmm. You know what? You should watch the Celestine Prophecy, or not watch. I mean, read the book, but or read. Well, I listened to the audiobook, and then after I listened to the audiobook, then I watched the movie. But the book is better because it breaks down these like character types, And it kind of gave me like this really strong clue on how certain character types can trigger others and then build us up and with this certain character type. It's like kind of an archetype thing within this story, within the Celestine prophecy. It's real interesting, and it can help. I think it could help you kind of relate to how she's trying to manipulate you and what you need to do not to be. That might help a lot. So that could be something. And that could be part of your personal growth, and who, like she's got a long way to go, but you're much closer. So these are like little things spirit's handing you to work on, I guess. Oh gosh. I don't envy you, and I just wish you nothing but the best. A middle mediator. Oh, the legal stuff. Okay, good. That's good. That's real good to have that. Very good. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's this cycle. And so you learned, well, you integrated it, and now maybe you're repeating a similar cycle, but now you're seeing it at a higher vantage point. And that's how we evolve. We go around once, we grow, or more than once, but we go around again. We're seeing a lot of the same things, but we're like, oh yeah, I've been here before. I remember what I did. I'm going to do this differently. And then you cycle, your circle gets bigger. You learn, you have less lessons to integrate until you like, real, you're up there. So this is part of your ascension. This is part of your evolution. Okay, let's get to Amira. If Amira's up there. Hi. Oh, excuse me. I would like an oracle reading. Thanks so much. Okay, Amira. Let's do it. Let's do the wisdom of the oracle. I want you to get milk and honey. That's my favorite one. How's things going for you? Okay, good night. Take care. Everybody pray for Jolene, for goodness sakes. Ugh. It's one thing to, be charitable, but it's another thing to be charitable with somebody who's toxic and wants to harm you and just is dark and okay, clear that energy. I'm going to have a sip of my drink, and we're going to focus on okay, here for Amira. Let's see. Oh! You got two. You got truth be told, and you got two. You got truth be told and soulmates. Let's see what truth be told is about first. Okay. I don't know, it reconnected, so I wasn't sure you heard that. So truth be told is being about honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, and the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not the time for debate is truth, which truth is truer. This is about a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is, peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. So, for relationships, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based on your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth, and listen. And the interesting thing about truth is like sometimes people are in different levels when it comes to truth. You know one truth and they're behind, let's just say. We're just going to use that word, behind, because they've believed a certain thing and they don't see your point of view. But those people give a little time and experience may catch up to you and then suddenly realize, oh, you were true all along. This was the truth all along. So give people benefit of the doubt for that sometimes they just need some catching up to do, you know. And not to say, be all superior, like, oh, well, I know more than you and you just have to catch up. But it's just like me, it's just kind of like, okay, I see I can't convince you, but maybe with time you'll figure it out or whatever. You don't have to say all of that, but just accept. Some people don't know, they're just at a certain level where they just don't know it yet. They just haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, and they just have their own particular truth. So for prosperity, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write, a singer must sing. Be true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship with money, to compensation and the meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Your protection message is, where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from a hidden agenda. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth, even if you don't like what you hear. Acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future, where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than the truth is required now. Okay. And then you got soulmates. There could be like this new, beautiful phase of honesty and truth in your relationships and in your life. Very good. All moved in at Idaho home. Very nice. Very nice. I know it's deep. Soulmates is about harmonious partnerships, love, friendships, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by their strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially, too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So for relationships, it's because it's soulmates. Consider love is the deepest, in the deepest sense. You were saying it was deep, because it is. Love is so powerful that you'll never be the same. Regardless of how long your relationship lasts, consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. That's so true. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. Oh, speaking of home, I feel like that's the next phase. You've home established a place you feel comfortable in, and the next phase will be sharing this experience with someone. For prosperity, it's talking about strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others mentors, business partners, helpers, employers, creative partners, friends, and strangers. Open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co creation. This is what you've been waiting for. The protection message is this: an important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me, but rather, what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. Yes. Okay, I don't know. There's nothing else to say to it. I feel like Spirit has shut down for tonight. There's like, let the cards speak and let these people soak in the message and be their own gurus. Soak it in. So, the truth be told is all about the being honest with yourself, just like real pure, like this pure knowing. And whew, something magical is happening in the romance. But it's good. Like, it's all connections, all soul connections are these amazing mirrors and loving and healing things. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, Tiffany, are you here? Tiffany. I'm watching myself watch myself. That's weird. Tiffany, are you here? It's because my computer has a lag compared to my phone. So I'm like looking at my lag. I'm just weirdo. I think I'm just a weirdo. No, I feel like I don't know, like mellow right now. We are all weirdos. Aren't we? Well, I don't know. Tiffany like gave a nice hearty donation. I'm already feeling my spiritual energy draining from me. I'm feeling like I want to take a bath, a spirit bath. We can go to Lex. If Lex is here, she's been waiting. And if you don't mind, Guacamole, letting people know if I don't get to their reading, they can email me. I can I guess I could do the reading right now and send them a timestamp. Hey Lex, I'd love a reading on if I should move back to my hometown and any other messages you feel up to. You know what? I'm going to use the Letterman for you. Should you move back to your hometown? Lex. Let's see. Okay, Lex. To your hometown, to your hometown, to your hometown. Let's see. Should Lex move back to her hometown? Hello, Divine Goddess. You can donate, but I don't have time for a reading. In other words, do you want to get on the list? No. But do you want to donate? Sure. Okay. So first up, Lex, we have the fountain, the garden. This has to do with a public place. Something from like a place that seems familiar, maybe that people used to go to, like a particular park or something that seems familiar. Okay, let's see what else. I am getting kind of like a nostalgic vibe from the fountain. In a general sense, though, it can public places can mean a lot of things. Can mean the internet and social media and concerts and performances and audiences, shows, acting. Let's see. Okay, you got the whip. Oh, a sporting event. So like this is like a stadium, maybe. Something. Yeah, there's all these things. Like I'm getting this. I've actually. It's a small city, and they have things like on like concerts and festivals near a river, which is in a park. Yeah, I'm getting this energy of like I'm driving with you and you're showing me your hometown. Like, oh look, over there is the park, da 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 da, and over there, that's the gym that I go to, or that's the yeah, the stadium where they have football games or whatever, something like that. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. But let me just see. Let me just see. I'm getting the energy of your hometown, but not so much whether you should go back there. Oh, you got the heart. Home is where the heart is. So there's a lot of love there. A lot of love. A lot to love. A lot of love and a lot to love. And I have this. Oh, look. And you look at this. You got like, I didn't notice this before. Why am I noticing this now? That river you're talking about. And hearts. I think you might meet somebody by that river. I feel like this place is actually going to be where you feel good with in your love life. You feel good in your love life here. That's your river. You love the river. I'm waiting for a yes or no, basically. We get the idea that she loves her hometown. I'm not dating anyone if I don't move there because I'm not into long distance relationship. Right. If you don't move there. Right. Well, there you have it. So there is a lot of love, and you'll find love there. The bear. Money, finances. If all right, girl. If you want to know how your love life will be if you move back, it's gonna. How will your money be if you move back? It's gonna be good. You're gonna find a job. Things, your finances, money are gonna be good. You're gonna like your boss. There also this love could also be a nice big guy, sports guy, in this football player. I don't know, sporty guy, a really nice, handsome, burly sports person, possibly. Okay, let me see if I can get a yes or no. Well, all I know is if you go back home, you're gonna have a good time. Of it is your choice. You're gonna feel good. People are gonna be nice to you. You're gonna find love. Sounds like a friend I still know who I've always had a crush on since being kids. Is he a Capricorn? The Capricorn, the devil card flipped over. And I was like, I don't know if I don't feel it. I'm not gonna take this energy, but it could represent Capricorn. And oh, Gemini. So the kids also represent sexy time. You'll easily can fall into physical relationships. So just be cautious and don't let the material things overtake your life. That's going to be so basically what I'm seeing is really good things happening if you go back home. You'll find love, you'll find work, things are going to be good, but you might get a little bit stuck in a material world, just where you might not feel yourself growing spiritually that much, but you'll feel very comfortable physically and materially. I mean, that's up to you. Like sometimes we need that. Like we just need a nice, warm, cozy material life, you know. And because you got the Four of Pentacles, so I feel like it's just it's about also savings. Like it's a good place to save your money. Like you're gonna do really well with money, and you feel, like when you're home, you feel like really like you belong. This is mine. I belong here. And you feel a little bit possessive about people and places and connections and things, like, yeah, but It's going to be sort of this material feeling. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like my kids live with me still because it helps them save money, you know. So yeah, okay. Oh, there's that big guy. There's this bear. He lost a little hair, but he's still a hunk. No, so this nice big burly man, he's waiting for you. He's a guardian. He's kind. He's protective, loving, and yeah. But I think, you know, like you'll have a good sex life. Things will be feel really good. There's just gonna, I just feel like you might feel like you lack a little bit of that, yeah, that spirituality. But I don't know. Like, yes, who cares about spirituality? If you got the man of your dreams, you got the beautiful home, you got good money, you know, you got the good things in life. Sometimes it's good to just be in that energy for a little while. Yeah. Oh, see, just yeah, you're gonna have a really good sex life, and you're very like you're gonna feel so excited, enthusiastic, positive, outgoing. You're, you know, like if you don't see yourself as athletic, you're gonna just feel like you're gonna be an athletic person. Like you're gonna be going to the gym or something. Like I don't know, you're gonna be involved in physical things, or maybe an act like involved in the. So this could be a new phase for you. Like you can, it's like going back to your roots, literally, and then you're establishing a new earthy kind of connectivity to everything where everything is about, you know, the material world. And then you're gonna shine though. Like you could be anything. You could be an actress, a singer, dancer. You'll have the finer things in life. um, People see you as beautiful. Hi, Toria. um, yeah, they see you as sunlit, like radiating confidence, charismatic and cheerful and upbeat and adored. You're popular. You're gonna have this popularity. I don't know. Sounds like a a good deal to me. It makes me feel like, you know what this makes me think of is for anybody else out there who's considering moving anywhere, I recommend this thing that's called astrocartography, where they map out. You can find this some service. Just Google it, I guess, and see what service. The service I used a long time ago. I don't know if it still exists. One of these days, I'll show you guys the astrocartography map that I have. But in this map, it shows you all these different lines of different astrological energy. And it looked like to me like all the good lines went through kind of more of the west side of the United States, like California, even Alaska, and that side of the map. And that's where I found love and romance. It's my Venus line was over there. The line that goes through Houston is my moon, which represents emotions and children. So if you want to have kids, you might want to try the moon place. If you want to retire, the moon place is good. Then on the east coast and on the eastern side is Saturn. Saturn's about hard work and karma, meeting soulmates, I guess. but the promise of Saturn is after a lot of hard work, then you achieve greatness, you know. So I don't know how long that hard work period will last for me, but if I moved over there, so I didn't move over there back in my 20s, you know, I just decided, no, I guess I'll just stay in Houston, you know. I wanted to go to California, but decided not to. Anyways, I'm feeling like your hometown is in lines that like Jupiter, like the the luck planet, like you've got you're when you go back there, things are sort of more like effortless and abundant and rich, but it's not definitely not like a spiritual energy. It's just a nice, juicy, happy, warm, abundant energy. So, yeah, sounds good. uh, I explained the same guy, really. Ah, guess he looks like my guy a little bit. I just recently I found, I don't know if I can reach for it, the astrocartography, if I have it nearby. I don't know where I put it. I thought I had it somewhere nearby so I could show you, but next time I will definitely show you how it works. Let me just see. Let me just see. Is it up there? Um, I recently ran into it, but now I'm not sure if I put it in the hallway, if I stuck it up here. No, I don't think. Oh, wait. No. Oh, wait. Nope. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, well, you guys remind me. Next time I will. Next time I will do an astrocartography explanation message reading or something. Yeah, who was the guy that did mine? Something I found back in the 90s. Oh, so long ago. When I was, so the three places that so you can get this really in-depth book made. So what I did was this. I wrote to these people and I told them the three places I was considering moving. And at the time I was in Richmond, Virginia. So I was thinking about moving back home, like you're doing. And moving home was one. Moving to California, Los Angeles was the second choice, and then Germany. For some reason, I put Germany, but that was where I was born. So I thought, I'm just curious about the Germany energy. Like, what would it be like if I went to Germany? How would it affect me? And so, in general, generally speaking, Germany had Mars energy, which was masculine, where the men are men and the women are too. That was what it said for Germany. Then Houston was the moon energy. It was like, where people depend on you and you're always caring for other people. And uh then California was about love, finding love and being popular and pretty and everybody admiring you and all that. And so they gave me a nice thick booklet, like went through each one. But there's this option that if you also want to just know like every place in the world, how what lines run through them, you get a map. So they give you a map that shows you the world, a map of the world, and it shows you all these little lines that run through, and then they give you a booklet that goes with it, and it'll say like something on the midheaven, something on the descendant, something on this, and whatever explains. Sometimes lines cross, so there's places too that are not good to live or even visit, like JFK when he went to Dallas. That was his like, I don't know, there was some kind of Pluto Neptune cross right there or something that was, if you stay in that place or go that place, the possibility to die, death is greater than if if you didn't. And so those kinds of things are kind of interesting to know as well. Like for health, whatever else, like what's a good place for your health? What's a good place for your money? What's a good place for your, different things like that. So that was really interesting, Amira. I recommend that. If you want to email me, I will look it up for you. I will look up that the site that I used and see if it still exists and give you that information and I'll take a picture of my map for you if you want. But yeah, if you're interested in that, I really was fascinated by astrocartography. And actually, somebody who does astrocartography a little bit is Jeffrey, what's his name? Gregory Scott, the tarot reader Gregory Scott, who also has a tarot deck out. That's an amazing deck. Gregory Scott, who does daily readings. He's a really, really smart guy. He does astrocartography, but I think his stuff is kind of pricey. Okay, yeah, yeah. Stay in touch, and I'll give you more information. All right. So I hope that answered your questions, Lex. And then we did Gloria, and then now we're done, right? Did we get everybody? Oh, Tiffany. That's right. We skipped over Tiffany because she wasn't answering. My hair is making my stomach itch. Good. I hope so. Yeah, I like that energy though. And of all I guess I chose Houston because I was homesick. To be honest, I miss mommy. So I came home to be with my family and my mom. And yeah, it's pretty good energy here, I would say. I like I'm on the right side of the line. So I'm on the Venus side of the line, which means love is good too. A little bit. Have a little bit of good love energy. The book doesn't really say that, the Saturn line is that all that great, but because it's a heavy planet, honestly. Just in basic terms, Saturn seems kind of heavy, but I appreciate Saturn because it does represent destiny. I have no one where I live. All my friends and family are in my hometown, so I just miss it. I know, same. I was the same. I'll tell you my Richmond, Virginia story. So after I graduated high school, well, the year before I graduated, my brother and sister went to Richmond to hang out with my Uncle Jerry, and I decided to stay home because I wanted to go see Van Halen, and and I was also taking driver's ed. I was like, yeah, I got things to do at home. And so the next year, when after I graduated, I was like, now I want to go see Uncle Jerry and hang out with him. So I did. I went out to see him and started to really enjoy my time there. And I just didn't go home. I just kept staying and staying. And then eventually my uncle's like, look, if you're going to stay with me, you need to get a job and you need to help around the house and stuff. I'm like, okay. So I got this really good job. They were so nice to me and they really liked my work. And I started exercising and taking jazzercise and just really feeling like happy and living with my uncle is pretty nice. He's pretty chill. He's a Scorpio too. And actually, once his birthday is coming up any day now. I think this is the 10th. And so, yeah. But then my mom calls me up and she's like, Johnny, I need you to come home. I could not resist. So I'm like, yeah. Well, I stayed longer than I expected to. I really was supposed to just be here on a vacation, and I ended up staying and working. So I went home, and then my uncle Jerry calls me up again, and that was like September of 1987. And then yeah. Yeah, see, you can only go so far. 1988, January 1988, I think it was. Yeah, my uncle calls me up and he's like, one of the dancers, he's a ballet dancer, and there's a bunch of ballet dancers he hung out with and was friends with, and Anne Marie needed a roommate. He's like, come up here and be her roommate. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do that. I didn't have any real major goals at that time. I wanted to go, of course, I wanted to go to college, but I wanted to take a little break before I went to college right away. And so, kind of having this time on my own and being adventurous felt kind of nice. I wanted to have that and like a little bit of an adventure and just see what it felt like just to be away from my family. And yeah, so I was there for a year. And yeah, it's just like not a lot happened. Like I had good social time with some people, but they were all like 4 years older than me. So it's like dealing with a lot of older people who were clubbing and things like that. And I was still a little bit young for that. And legally, anyway. And it was like love life situation was just like zero. Like, everybody was attached and nobody was interested. And yeah, just didn't seem like anything was really happening. So I don't know. I had a good job. I probably could have kept doing well, but then I started thinking about my sister. She was in high school and she seemed to be troubled by difficulties. Not like educationally, she's smart, but um with friends and people picking on her and things like that. And I just felt like she needed emotional support. So I came home to give her that sisterly love. So yeah, that was my Richmond, Virginia story. But I every time I think about autumn and the fall, I think about the colors that I saw there in the autumn. Never will forget it. It was so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and hopefully, uh, Tiffany will reach out to me in an email, and yeah, and I'll do hers in a private reading. But I hope you have a lovely rest of the night, everyone. Thank you all for joining me. All three of you. No, I'm kidding. Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Guacamole, for helping me. Night, night. Sweet dreams. See you next time. Faith, trust, a pixie dust.